Hey guys, DJ again with the next video in the series on Demon Hunter Power Aura setup. Today, this video we're going to look at setting up interrupts. So riffing off of my Paladin setup, the intent here is, the interrupts are down here, but sometimes you just need quick visual clarity. So, interrupt needs to happen. It's a little tricky to like wade through all these buttons and figure out like is it one, which one of these is it? And so I find it clear to me to just give you up here the big old interrupt section, so you can just glance up. If any of these are active, smash it, and the interrupt will work. That way you're not trying different ones and blowing cooldowns by doing two of them. It cleans that up quite a bit. So here we go. Let's do it. They're a lot bigger, sticking with the philosophy that near to center is smaller. Anything, the farther away it is, the larger it has to be to sort of give peripheral read. And beginning with the Demon Hunter and his interrupt. So there's two. I've got this. Shift 4 is a spell casting interrupt, and Shift 5 is a multi enemy stun. So it unleashes spell energy, causing 1200 damage, which is not much, stunning all nearby creatures for 2 seconds. So this is just a brief stun, which functions as an interrupt as well, but not just for spells. So that's on my Shift 5. So let's do it. Bringing up PA again. My cousin Clark is offline right now. Let's call this one Misk. We're going to stub out a couple of these two. Let's rename this one Buffs. We'll get to that in a bit. So my interrupts is definitely a miscellaneous thing. Okay, so both of these are on the shift set now. So I'll derive from here. So let's just get them up there. We'll just copy them from here. Let's just do them both. Go over to here, test all, and let us begin editing. So first, let's just make them bigger. Yes. Okay, 30%. Great. Do it for all of them. So I want to maintain a little bit the same sort of spatial layout. Imagine that the Tartarus layout is here as well. So right up the center line is splitting what is on, button. So these guys are really off of 4 and 5. So they ought to be to the right of center, but up high. So let's take these guys, just so my brain kind of processes that they're correlating to these two. And I want to leave a space above, because there could theoretically be interrupts on my top row. Actually, there kind of is, so we'll do that in a moment. So we'll put it here. We'll make it right of center. We'll pull the opacity back a little bit on these guys, even the dominant ones. So instead of 85, let's just begin with it at 50 at its max. So where do we go? This was, let's make it 40 in X, 45, a little more over. So its position, let's go 285. Over. Okay, so that's the shifted 4 button. This guy's the shifted 5 button. It's going to need the same altitude, so let's go up to 285, 285, and then send it to the right of the other button with a similar gap. So we'll go up to 130. I like to round all these numbers. 130. Okay, good. And these are all on shifts. So the other one that's kind of an interrupt, Imprison, imprison a demon, beast, or humanoid. I don't know. Is that worth putting on here? That's pretty specific in terms of what it can imprison. Um, let's just do it anyway. So it is also a shifted spell. Let's copy it up there. Oops, that's the wrong page. Let's copy it to MISC. Okay. So how we made these 30 in size. They need to be higher than the other ones because this is off of the above my, what is normally the 3. So it's a reach up from 3 and shifted. So let's move it to the row above. Sure, 400. There we go. Good. So to get at these, my thumb has to be on my Tartarus's shift button, but now it kind of communicates the shape. Sometimes I think about like putting just little faint squares to represent, the different, like essentially like layout stubs, I don't know, but we'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, so is that basically it? Let's see, this one is available. This one is available to do. Wrong kind of target. Okay, need 30 fury in order to get this one. This one takes instance it generates fury on an interrupt. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so you gotta have fury in order for these guys to come up. Okay, so I didn't 50% out the other two. Let's do that. Less opacity. Okay, so I want them to be kind of background. Let's make them even more faint in both conditions, because you don't want these sort of interrupt visually. Just enough there to give you a read of it. So let's make the background ones. We're going to take this down to 6 opacity, ultra faint. And then this guy, let's take it down to 30 when it's live. Okay. Okay, so they're all live now. So let's do shift 4. Let's make it even. I'm going to make the more faint. For the background ones, let's go to 4% opacity on those. There we go. Okay, so there's 4. Little hint of it. Use 5. Use a invalid target. Let's get some. I've got full. Okay, they're both on cooldown, so even though I have full fury, let's just wait for their cooldowns to come back. Okay, there, that one is active again. I feel like their dominant, their opaque form could be a little more present. Let's turn them up slightly. So let's go 40%. Okay, cool down 5 more seconds. There we go. Oh, and I used it. Or I used my Fury. Let's get Fury back. One thing I might do in a future video is see if I can come up with a way where it kind of like fills up by Fury, so like you can kind of see it's going to communicate anything that fills up by Fury is stuff that spends it. That might be a nice communication method for this too. All right, that's I've got my interrupt set up. This is DJ. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.